What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, my peoples? What's goody? Cameron Fields, peace and blessings, Queen. Big B's Boxing Facts, T Bugs, Brent Lawson, G McCall 09, Tory, Matthew Manhunt Walters, D Mac, Joe Johnson, Third Simple NSU. What's up, family? I wanted to talk about a few things, man. I wasn't going to come on because I had a tragedy in the family again. Alfonso Corsi, what's up, family? Had a tragedy in the family, man. John J. Doe, what's up? My life could be a movie, literally. Chad Quinn Jr., what's up? Old Money Swag, what's up? God Greatest, what's up? Next Level Coach, what's up, family? Roll 1084, what's up? Yeah, man, I had it. Man, my godmother and my god-grandmother was in a terrible accident. My godmother had a seizure, crashed, hit a tree. My god-grandmother passed away in the accident. LT, what's up, family? Yeah, man. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. Catch Up Mo, what's up, family? So I wasn't even going to do a live. My wife was like, don't get on there. Don't do it. Don't do no live. Stay away from it. But I said, man, I need to chop it up with the people for at least a quick hour, man. Give my brain a little bit of relief, man. Braska Rod, King Brian, what's up, family? Yee Huncho, what's up? Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah. So I think I'm still in a bit of shock, man. Michael Moody, what's up, family? And so I just needed a little temporary, man. Temporary relief, man. Life, man. Life be life, boy. I'll tell you that. Life will life, man. Evan, what's up, family? Life will life, bro. Thank you, Queen Cameron Fields. Jaime Charles, what's up, family? Appreciate you. Yeah, man. So I had yeah, that's wicked. Nasty work, bro. Nasty work, bro. Yeah, man. So that's what I'm going through, people. That's what I'm going through right now. So I wasn't going to go live. I wasn't going to do anything. But said, let me come and kick it with y'all, man. So anyway, appreciate y'all, man. So I saw a few things, man, that's a little bit disturbing to me. Supreme Montana, what's up? Johnny Allison, what's up? KGE bosses, what's up? A little bit disturbing to me. And so great brother Steve Cunningham, he had put up a post, and I'm seeing all these posts, man. Sean Lowe, what's up? Appreciate you, family. I'm seeing all these posts that people are talking about Philadelphia, man. Philly is in an uproar. Philly want blood. Philly this. And I'm like, bro, what are we talking about, man? What are we talking about? I'm going to say this, and I said this on the post that my brother Steve Cunningham put out, right? I said this on that post, that I said this on the post, right? That I get it. What Keyshawn and his brothers did, nasty work, right? With Nair O'Brien. It was nasty work, right? And I get it. Devon, what's up, family? Jordan Smith, what's up? I get it 1,000%, right? It was unacceptable, uncalled for, disrespectful, unprofessional, all that. But we cannot combat that. We can't combat ignorance with the youth. Warren Smith, what's up? So if you're an elder in Philly You should be telling the young bulls, like they call them out there in Philly, hey, man, y'all got to calm down. The J. Roos theory, what's up? Y'all need to calm down, bro. You understand? Like, hey, man, they can't come to the gyms here. We wanted black and blood, this, and this. There was a young Priceless for Everyone. What's up? Jordan Smith, what's up? Amari Davis, what's up? So, love it. So, what you do is, you're supposed to say, hold on, man. These young dudes over here should not have done that. No doubt. They need to make a public apology. Prices for Everyone. What's up, family? But to combat ignorance with ignorance, bro, where do you think that's going to lead to? Giovanni Walker, what's up? To say, hey, the gyms out here in Philly, and they said the Davis brothers can't come here, and I get it. But guess what? Are we not paying attention to these young people don't know how to keep it in the boundaries? They don't know how to do that. Wasn't it just a young musician out of Philly who was rapping about peace, and his life got taken at a barbecue on Mother's Day? And all his music was about positivity, unity. Liba 926, what's up? And we're going to combat ignorance with ignorance as elders in the community? We can't do that. This is the time, Voodoo Goods, what's up? This is the time where the elders in Philly, you're supposed to stand up and be like, yo, listen, I know y'all upset. I know y'all tight. I know, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, and Z. I know they was unprofessional. I know they disrespected. PD, what's up? Dwight Tolls, what's up? I know they disrespected. I know they X, Y, and Z. Dog fight, what's up? At the end of the day, he didn't get jumped. He didn't get jumped. Yes, Keyshawn headbutted him. He got a knot on his head. They rushed him in the locker room. Unprofessional, so on and so forth. He had a whole team in the locker room, so he wasn't going to get jumped. He had a whole team and people in the locker room with him. You understand? There was people there with him. He wasn't by himself, and he didn't get jumped. Tiana Scott, peace of bless, Queen. And Nair Albright is the first one that said, hey, I just want a rematch with Keyshawn now. That's how it's supposed to be. But if the elders in Philadelphia allow this to become some Philadelphia versus Virginia nonsense, because the youth will grasp onto that. You may not want that. Tony T, what's up, family? You may not be calling for that. You may not want that. Ruben Gutierrez, what's up? But it could quickly escalate to that. I'm from New York, born and raised. I know how quickly that whole Biggie Smalls, Tupac situation escalated to some East Coast, West Coast beef, and we seen lives being taken and all types of nonsense. And guess what? Biggie was 25 years old when he passed away. Tupac was 26. Keyshawn is 26. Nair Albright is, what is he, 27? King Tony, Ruben Gutierrez, what's up? We cannot fuel. We can't get up here and talk about, man, this is some nonsense, bro. The youth out here, they want it back in blood and this, and that. No, you can't do that. As an elder, you're supposed to pump the brakes. Hey, bro, listen, we ain't going to take it there. We're going to show more class than they did. We're going to show them the class that they should have had. We're going to embarrass them with class. But if you out here talking about they want to take it to the streets and all that, it becomes bigger than what you can control. It becomes bigger than what you can control. And before you know it, you are part of it. West Philly J, what's up? Crypto Chris, what's up? Malachi Walker, what's up? Then all of a sudden, you're going to be like, it turns tragic, and then people be like, man, it's just boxing, man. It went too far. No! You know these young people got the ability to go too far for nothing. Next thing you know, Keyshawn and his brothers is somewhere in New York or in the vicinity, and all of a sudden something happens unnecessarily. And Nair Albright ain't even calling for that. Isaiah Wallace, what's up? Shadow God, what's up? Lisa T, what's up? Nia Albright is like, hey, bro, let's get it back in the ring. I ain't worried about it. I ain't stunting it. Let's get it back in the ring. Because quickly, what you think is going to happen in Virginia? They're going to want to prove their worth. They're going to want to prove their strength. They ain't poo-putts in Virginia either. Maya Egypt, peace and blessings, queen. They're not poo-putts in Virginia. They get busy in Virginia just like everywhere else. Believe me, I know this all too well. They get busy out there. So guess what? Then they're going to start talking about if you're from Philly, you can't come down to VA. And VA and Philly is a hop, skip, and a jump away from each other. Next thing you know, these streets turned into something that you can't control. Because these young people looking with this drill music and all this nonsense, they looking for a reason to turn up and put their name and their city on the map. Talking about they slide. For a boxing thing. So if you're an elder, don't push this nonsense message. Put the fire out. Even if you're upset, you got to put the fire out. Hey, bro, we need to holler, man. Keyshawn, man, y'all did some nonsense, bro. Let's show leadership in our community. Let's not push barriers between us. We already got enough of that nonsense. We don't need that. 1,000%. What they did, nasty work. DVJ 600, what's up? What they did is nasty work. And let's not forget, boxing is a poor man's sport. So guess what you're going to have? You're going to have a lot of youth that's coming up through the streets. And all of a sudden, yo, we don't rock with Philly. Oh, Philly don't rock with VA. It's out of your control. And something Nia Albright ain't even calling for. Funny, right? It's funny, but it ain't funny. I was just watching, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Monster Cody Scott out of California. A-Trade Gangster Crips, right? True story, him and my cousin, he has since passed away. Him and one of my close cousins, my family members, are very good friends. And my cousin, brother, who's a year younger than him, is a part of the Inglewood family bloods. Okay? And I was watching this interview with Cody Scott, Monster Cody, and he talked about how the beef began with the Rolling 60s and the A-Trade Gangsters back in the 70s. If I'm not mistaken, he said 78, 79, something of that magnitude. And he was saying how these young people, today's time, in 2025, it's a beef that went on. They probably don't even know why the beef started. That's 50 years ago. You're talking about something that happened almost 50 years ago. And now you got young people from the A-Trade Gangsters and young people from the 60s still going at it over people they ain't never even met. Now, it was a tragic situation, how it started, but they beefing over something they don't even know they wasn't a part of. No, they know nothing about. So what I'm saying is this. The reason for me to tell you guys, the reason I'm telling you is this. Big Billow said people from Virginia who get money. But see, that's the thing, Big Billo. We don't got to worry about the people getting money because they got a different type of mentality. It's the people that don't get the money, that has the childish behavior, that make these types of things grow. That's the ones you need to worry about. It's the ones without the money, that the childish behavior that escalate nonsense. That's the problem. Once you start getting money, you start seeing the bigger picture. Hey, bro, I'm beefing with you for what? A color or what? Or this or that? Hey, bro, let's get this bag. Let's go see some beautiful women. Let's kick it. Go home. The ones that ain't got nothing to lose, ain't got a childish mentality and a nothing to lose mentality, those are the ones you got to worry about. Those are the ones that start these beefs. Those are the ones. Yes, so the ones that's getting bread, they ain't worrying about it because they see the bigger picture anyway. But you got to keep in mind, Big Billo, the ones in these gyms that's just coming up, they ain't got no bag. Justin Hawkins, what's up? They ain't got no bag. They ain't got nothing. And they coming from nothing. They still in the struggle. So they hear something. They want to be famous. They want to go viral. Oh, these dudes from Philly came up here talking that, or we slid on them. Or these dudes from VA came to Philly, or we slid on them. Because guess what? There's people from Virginia and people from Philadelphia that have nothing to do with this nonsense and not even thinking about this nonsense. There's people from Virginia that compete. Southern T, what's up, family? Dragon Fang, what's up? And they go to Philadelphia to get sparring, and all of a sudden, where you from? Oh, I'm from Virginia. Oh, we got some VA cats up in here. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Now, here they are in Philadelphia. Pancho Villa, what's up? Kenneth Neal, what's up? And find yourself in a pickle for something that Keyshawn and his brothers did, and they don't even know Keyshawn and his brothers. And guess what? Now something happened to them. Now people gonna have the same mentality in Virginia that they got when they say Nair Albright is a good kid and don't bother nobody, and they shouldn't have did that to him. Now the people in Virginia is gonna be like, hold on, time out. Y'all did what to these dudes? That these is good kids, ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Now, how does it start and how does it stop? Now, how you stop them in Virginia? Knowledge of self-determination. What's up? Jay Lynn, peace and blessings, Queen. How you feeling tonight? Because them dudes in Virginia now going to be like, hold on, time out. Them young dudes ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Why y'all running down on them? Now you got something uncontrollable on your hands. Texas 830, what's up? Because we have a platform as elders in our communities, and we're using it to, you angry, be angry behind closed doors. Don't come up here. That's why I said it on Steve Cunningham's post. Hey, bro, don't push this energy. Use somebody. Cunningham is somebody. So if you get on a platform and you talk about how people is angry and feeling they want it back in blood, well, guess what? People going to latch on to what you say. And you don't even realize it. Because these young dudes want to prove a point. And they want to go viral for no reason. You can't give these young dudes a reason to go viral. Justice Born, what's up? You can't give these young dudes a reason to go viral? So you got a voice and you talking about, hey, bro, in these gyms out here in Philly turned up. I seen multiple people, credible people, that are saying this. Stop saying that on these cameras, man. Y'all pushing the wrong message. Todd French 600, what's up? And the people going to get hurt ain't going to be Keyshawn and Nair Albright people. It's going to be innocent people, bro. Forrest Winston, catch up more. What's up? Rogeris Johnson, what's up? You're going to have people come on there that go, oh, they rocking with, they messing with Philly. Philly, it gets bigger than what you can control. And then guess what? You took part in that. So when you got innocent kids, because these are kids, Keyshawn is still he's a young adult, but he got a young mentality. So you can't push this message, man. You got to use your voice. Once you get here, you've been through it. You understand it. I've been through it. Told y'all I got friends that's been dead since I was 13 and 14. I got 3 friends right now doing life. Family members that I look out for as much as possible. Told y'all know my story. I got cuts here, cuts there. I'm here, above ground. I'm not going, and I'm gonna call you out, man. You can't be a elder in the community and use your voice and be like, "Hey, bro, Philly want it back." You pressing the wrong line, man. You giving these young dudes, because that's the ones that's gonna get hurt. The young dudes, because us older people, we out the way. I ain't in the way. I get out the way as quickly as possible. These young dudes don't respect nobody. And I'm not going, because it come down to me or you, it's going to be you. Because I got a family to take care of. So guess what? I get out the way. And I try to tell them as much as possible. Hey, young fella, you about to go down a path that you're going to regret. Because I've been there. So that's what I'm saying, man. Don't get on here talking about Philly wanted back in blood. Don't push that line and that message, man. Because these young dudes is not understanding what you talking about some boxing, go back in the boxing gym. Y'all can't come to Philly. No, they talking about can't come to Philly at all. Hey, where you from? You in, next thing you know, dudes going to movie theaters in Philly. Oh, you from Virginia? Now it's on site. Now it's out of your control. You got to chill. You got to be conscious of what message you push, man. Todd Friend 600, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. He said, Booba, have you seen Turkey latest post? He has given into the coonery, shaking my head. Bro, Boston is moving in the way of getting rid of the put Boston, shaking my head. Cook, my man. I didn't even see what he put up there. Fit for life, Doc, in the building in the super chat. Doc, you see how slim I'm getting? Oh, yeah. He said, I told you, Blue, I knew Philly was not going to let it slide. They about to catch Albright's remix. My guy, I think it's up, Blue. Sad, but it's up. That's what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying, right? Ready to Rumble, a.k.a. Alan Maddox, what's up? Lamar Harper, what's up? That's what Happy Valley Farm, what's up? That's what I'm saying, man. If you're a credible person, Backpack Young, what's up? If you're a credible person, God King, man, Ricketts, what's up? G. McCall 9, what's up? If you're a credible person, don't push this line. You can't push this line, bro, because it's the youth that's going to get hurt. I seen everybody talking about Philly is in an uproar. Philly's upset. No, y'all supposed to take this. And it needs to be the same people when the young dude, Mosor, what's up? CHK, what's up? I don't know young dude name. I just seen Grown Man Business, what's up? I just seen young dude, I just seen them, young dude, Mother's Day. Everybody was posting a young guy, young man on Mother's Day that lost his life on Mother's Day, and he was rapping and everything was positivity. And they took this young man's life on Mother's Day out in Philly. Fontaine Berry, what's up? They took this young man's life in Philly on Mother's Day. He was I don't know his lifestyle. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know about none of that. I'm just going by what I saw. And from what I saw, everybody was talking about the young dude, the young guy being positive, and they can't believe they did it to him. And he was supposed to be out the way. EF, what's up? What's his name? LGB Qua? LGB Qua? Salute to LGB Qua. Is that the young man's name? Blessings to him, man, and his family. At a barbecue on Mother's Day. That man's, and I don't know his family, I don't know his history, but can you imagine? Being a parent and losing your kid on Mother's Day, and he was pushing positivity and get taken away through violence. And everybody is saying Shelton LDBC or nothing. What's up? Jermaine Anderson, salute. He said RP LGP Quad. Okay, that's his name. Let me put that up there. Right? So this young man is pushing positivity. He pushing positivity and gets taken out over negativity in your city. And I've seen everybody talk about they did him dirty. Everything I seen, I don't know the young man until I seen that. Jay Williams, what's up? You understand what I'm saying? Papa Bear, what's up? DP Rocker, what's up? So you can't get up here talking and letting the world know Philly wanted back in blood. And those are wrong words to use, bro. You can't use those words. Bruce Reed, what's up? Jay Williams said Philly boxing community salty because of the type of dude Wu is. But we not doing nothing random VA to random VA people. All Philly boxers close knit and feeling some type of way because too pressed a humble man. I get it, Jay Williams, but it's not in your hands. See, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not in your hands. It can very quickly go outside the boxing gyms. Like this. Like this. It could quickly escalate like that. And it's out of your hands. It only takes one. Then all of a sudden, hey, bro, we wasn't on that time, and now that's it. It's over. That's why I just used the reference of that situation that Monster Cody talked about with the 60s and the A-Trade gangsters. Fight Sport Talk, what's up? K Fly, what's up? That they was close friends, and one incident was somebody they did not even know. Was somebody they didn't even know like that, who was new to their hood, did something that was outside of what they like. Hey, he said, "Oh, everybody stop!" Like, bro, what you on? Raven Nation, what's up? But guess what? That escalated into, but that was my brother. So this side said, but that was my brother, and they like, hey, we ain't on that time. But now they start cutting you down, and now you like, hold on, time out. Now you cutting them down, and old boy that had, guess what? This is the wildest part about it. Flozik, what's up? The wildest part about what he said was he ran across the dude that had the initial issue that did it in prison, and he's now a righteous man and don't even gangbang. And say he ain't even on that time. But he done created a war between two black communities from 1978, I believe he said, till today, 2025. And the dude that started it changed his life and is a righteous man, Muslim man, living a whole different path. Created all that chaos. Look how many lives have been lost behind his actions. He don't even know these people, and he went on with his life. Make that make sense, bro. Because Monster said that he just seen him in jail before he passed away, and he was 50-something years old, 58 years old. So imagine this dude his age, this dude did that when they was 13, 14, he said, or something like that. 14 or 15, something like that. Now this dude is like 60 years old and living a whole different life, and they still going to war at each other. Now you got 16 and 18-year-olds going to war over something a man did that he is now 60 years old, probably don't even live in California no more, and living a whole different life. Think about that. Devon Joseph, what's up, family? Think about that. I want y'all to think about that. They cutting each other down, and this dude, a righteous man, asking for forgiveness. Tap, what's up? Oh, Devon, I'm getting off in the next 30 minutes, bro. I'll send the link for a couple of minutes, though. Fit for Life, Doc, in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, what Key and Bros did was crazy. You got to admit that was wild and mad foul, mad disrespectful. I found out that a baby was back there crazy. Yeah, it was Keyshawn's baby. Terry O. Williams, what's up? And I get it. And that's why I said, Doc, Fit, I said what they did was nasty work. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was nasty work, right? But if we combat ignorance with ignorance, it never ends. Ill Will 85, what's up? Lamar Harper, what's up? You understand what I'm saying? So now we're going to have ignorance combating ignorance. We can't have that. Because, again, the young folks, they don't understand that. Unseen Video, what's up? We can't have that. It's going to get out of control. I'm telling you. We know. We already know. Big Billo, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, great message, Blue. Last year, Key said he was in psych ward as a kid because of trauma he experienced. So it seems he had mental lapse. He'll bounce back. For sure. 1,000%. I believe so. I believe so. Larry Tucker, what's up? Thomas Davis, what's up? Because here's the thing, right, Big Billo? He don't see a issue with his actions. Because if he did, he would already apologize. God is him. He would apologize. Yeah, it will, because they want to make a point. They quick to want to go viral, bro. They quick to want to go viral. These young dudes, man. They don't care. They don't care. Look what went viral. I'm on Demon Time. Everybody started adopting being satanic. When did that become a thing? I'm on Demon Time. Tattoos, Demon Time, Demon Time. And what does the world do? They play into it, right? All of a sudden, we started seeing, now, maybe I'm old, but I knew all this time, I ain't never seen all these devil emojis popping up everywhere and everything. All of a sudden, when they talk about demon, now you can get red devil emojis, purple devil emojis, blue devil emojis. They play right into it. All of a sudden, the devil emojis popped up and everybody's using it, and I'm on deep now. It's like, bro, what? But man, Devon, what's up, family? You on mute?
How you living, bro?
It's just a squirrel in your world, family.
Hey, yeah, I'm out here. You know, we getting ready for this next one. You fish, right? Don't you fish?
Nah, I like to do crabbing.
You doing crabbing? We were just talking. We might be putting a fishing tournament together after this fight with Bud in September.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's what we on next after this fight. But I wanted to ask you a question because I heard you talking about it. I seen it. Let me ask you a question. In Blue, I'm gonna ask you this because I know you got access, and I know you see what I see.
Right.
Blue, you know the way that I know that during fight night, cameras are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Including in the locker rooms, Blue.
Right.
Before the fight and after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the hallway footage.
Right.
Why haven't we seen like a...
so I'm gonna tell you why, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's because remember the cameras is typically in the locker rooms for the co-main event and the main event.
This is true.
When you the opening bout, remember they did Keyshawn a favor, and no disrespect to Kelvin and But remember, Kelvin chose Nair. They let him choose Nair, who came off the layoff, who hadn't fought since he fought Keyshawn, right? And the truth is, Kelvin is not even a big deal, right? So they allowed Kelvin to be in that position. So when the fight was over, on top of that, we got to take this into consideration too. Keyshawn didn't even fight, right? So now it's like we ain't putting all this production. You dig what I'm saying? Like we ain't gonna add all this production and all this. So that's why, because if you realize,
I'm biased. You know why though? You know why I'm biased. So I gotta ask.
But check it though. Check this out. Think about this. They didn't even have a reporter to ask and interview Nair about the situation. They had to send Mark Kriegel from the table to the back to go interview Nair because they didn't even have the reporter back there already to interview him.
See, but this is why I asked, because you and I both know, being in this space, how everything is about the sell of the next fight.
Right.
Keyshawn misses weight. He going up to 140. His brother loses to this guy. He had the smoking situation. It was a no contest. I'm the champ now at 140. You coming up here, come see me. And you and I both know, and the reason I say it like this is, you know why I'm biased, but
right.
And I could say little bro do be crashing out. But even Nair said himself, he came in, he put his head against me. Now, still too much. Your brother lost the fight. You don't got to approach that man and get in his face. Right. He head bumped me. He put my head, but he never said he put his hands on me.
Right.
That never came out his mouth.
Right.
So we all get up, get hot and bothered, and jump to, Keyshawn got to be suspended. But even Nair never said they beat me up. He said they jumped me. But when he explained it, he said, he got in my face. He put his head against my face. Now, granted, I know you went back and watched him getting out of that ring. I know you do your due diligence. You looked at all the videos of that man getting out of the ring and what he looked like. That knot was already on his head. Them bruises were already on his face.
No, that big knot wasn't there.
That knot, hey, Blue, I got to challenge you on that one. You got to go back and look at him getting out of that ring. The knot, it wasn't as red as it was.
I got to go check that out.
You got to go back and look at that because it was there. And I'm not, once again, I am being a little biased because of my relationships, but
I get it.
I also look at the setup for the next fight. This a get back. He coming up in weight. Everybody, lost their money on this fight go around. Keyshawn gonna be mad because he lost $1 million. There's a potential that he is gonna get suspended, and they gonna upplay this thing just to make it a big ticket.
For sure, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if that's the case, they would have directed him to go in the locker room, right? Now, I don't believe that to be the case because when I talked to Bob, he's furious. You know what I'm saying? And everybody I talked to from Top Rank is like, they take him back. Like, bro, they in disbelief. You know what I mean? So if it was a setup thing, you know what I'm saying? I can get that. But the fact is that you should have never went in his locker room to begin with. Like I always say, and this is something I tell my kids, right? And I can say this because I got kids Keyshawn's age and older.
Absolutely. Yep.
If you're not in the water, you won't get wet.
You won't get wet. So you know why I say it, because as soon as he left, he flew back to Vegas. You see, this is him hopping out the car. So my brother is his driver.
Right.
And we had a whole conversation about it, and he was like, "Man, they gonna hate me today, and they gonna love me tomorrow." He's like, "Come on, man, y'all know I didn't put my hands on that dude because y'all know what it would have really been if me and my brother really jumped that dude."
Right.
He didn't deny pushing up on him.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, so, but you can't even be involved in that.
100%. I don't disagree. Right. Like I said, I think I know who he is, and I know how he get. So I can't deny, but he was wrong in the first place.
It's like wrong. This, right? Like if you listen, when Nair's manager was saying, like, when Keyshawn came to the door, they let him in. He's like, oh, we let him in because we thought that, for one, like you said, we thought he wanted to come in and build up a fight. Hey, you beat my brother X, Y, and Z. We're going to run that back. And, you know what I'm saying, you know, on some congratulations, you know, we know he ain't going to be like, because that's his brother, but different energy. Even Nair, so Nair saying that when he seen Keyshawn, I can understand where he coming from because you a little shocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, Keyshawn, my lot. You know what I'm saying? He catch you, it caught him off guard. And he's like, I was going to throw a punch when he came in my face. You know what I'm saying? But then he's like, yo, he grabbed me. He kind of pushed him against the wall, right? And he said we went head to head. You know what I'm saying? He like, we got head to head, you know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, bam. And then people realized the time he on, and they was like, yo, you got to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then he gets out.
And you're right. But you know, but once again, if we gon' play it as, oh, they came in and they jumped me, like, we still gotta be honest. Like, they didn't jump me. We got into an altercation.
But Nair even he clarified that. He like,
exactly.
Well, me, but you know what I'm saying?
And I'm just saying, us as boxing fans and us talking about it, like, is he wrong? Should he be disciplined for what he did? Absolutely. I can't, you know, because
this is my thing, right? This is what I tell people. And this is what I told his coach, because he hit me up on Instagram, and I told him the same thing. Now, take this into consideration. If it's just Keyshawn, and Nair, what happens in that situation? It is probably going to go left.
I agree with you 100%.
But
had nobody been there to stop it,
because of the energy and the time you on. You feel me? So it's like saying, I ain't robbed the bank because there was cops in the bank, but you went there with intentions to rob the bank. You see what I'm saying? You started off by saying, hey, man, I agree. Everybody get down. And then the cops was like, hold on. You realize this is a all-cop convention.
I agree.
And it stops it. So the intention was there, which is the wrong intention to begin with.
100. I don't disagree with you.
You understand what I'm saying? And then, and like I told his coach, he's like, yo, but Blue, his brother swung. But bro, you came in my locker room. You came in my brother's locker room on it with your energy on 10. What you expect my response to be?
Yeah.
Bro, that's like me and you somewhere, right? And dudes press you. Then I realize they press you. Then I see them in the hallway, and I'm like, yo, what's really good?
You're going to come back. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, well, Blue shouldn't have did. No, bro, you shouldn't have did this.
You shouldn't have did what you did.
Right.
And I'm only, I am responsible for how I react. But when it comes to, especially when it comes to family.
For every action is a reaction.
Absolutely. No, you're right. I agree with you 100%.
And so that's why I told his coach, he like, yo, but they didn't do that. That sounds good. But you got in there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so, all right. So this is another example I gave somebody. You got a wife, right? I got a wife. So I go and I'm with a woman. The woman get naked, everything, right? And then I'm like,
the intention was there,
right? Now check. You know where I'm going with this. Now she get naked and everything. I'll be like, yo, you know what? I start to engage with her. Then I'm like, nah, I can't do this. I'm out. And my wife find out.
It's too late.
My wife gonna be like, I'm be like, yo, I ain't sleeping. She gonna be like, bruh, it don't matter if you did it. The intention was you got that woman. She got naked. She did this. If it could have happened.
You let it get there. You should have shut it down from the. You're right.
I was never there to begin with.
Absolutely. Wow. Jeez.
You see what I'm saying? And so that's my thing with Keyshawn. If you don't, because the entire situation is incorrect.
Agreed.
You feel me? Like If now here's a different. Now this is what I say to people again. Erica Malbasi is Piece of Bus Queen. Here's something I say to people again. Now here's a different scenario. If Nair was packed up, leaving, coming out the hallway, Keyshawn and them passing by, and they see him, they start joining, they get into it. Completely different story. Completely different story, right? Tempers are high on both sides.
Agreed.
We celebrating.
Agreed.
Right? That happens.
Yeah, because in passing, like if you're in passing and words are said, we all been there. Yeah, I get you.
Right, but you went in this man's facility. You went. That's like coming in my house. You come in my house and it's like, bro, what you doing here? And then people be like, but I ain't wrong.
Yeah.
You here?
It's the same thing as you going. Like it is. That man locker room is his locker room at the time. You walk into his house. And once again, I don't want anybody to think, because I do see that I'm not condoning what Keyshawn did. What I'm saying is how we discuss it and what we say, the difference in what actually happened versus what we're saying happened. We still have to be honest and truthful about the situation all the way through and through, even though it is wrong of what he did do. I will never decline. I said that from the beginning. What he did do, wrong all the way through and through. Right. But let's make sure that what we're saying, and I'm not talking about you, Blue, because you're always very honest.
That's why I was glad Nair even cleared it up when he said, well, I thought they was trying to jump, I was going to swing, you know what I'm saying? And I understand his emotions where he said, hey, they jumped me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ever been in a situation like that and you be like, yo, hold on, what just happened? Because it happened so quickly. You know what I'm saying? And then you could end up telling your man, yo, they just tried to jump me. Meanwhile,
they were just trying to have words with you.
But you just seen the whole crowd. You know,
absolutely, yeah, for sure.
And because of the emotions and the situation, now your man's is like, yo, you jumped my man. Meanwhile, we ain't jumped nobody.
That's
you see
true.
What I'm saying? My man wanted to get a fade. We was just with him. You know what I'm saying? But things can escalate quickly. But if I put myself in a position for it to be that way, out of bounds, because we've never seen fighters. Now, I'm pretty sure this has happened in the past. We just haven't had social media and the technology we have today.
As big as it is now.
I'm pretty sure this have happened before. You know what I'm saying? But we just were not privy to the information, right? With the rivalries we had in the sport of boxing, you can't tell me this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, remember when Floyd fought Madonna, remember remember Robert Garcia and Lil Wayne got into it, and
I do remember that. He out the building.
He threw a bottle at
say what's up to Unc. Say what's up, Unc.
What's up, nephew? What's up, nephew? What's good? Yeah, see, that's the life right there.
It is.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's why we can't, because of just what you just showed is why we can't push negativity.
No, absolutely. Because he's been, he's been around the guys too. And I want to say this. I want to say this because I know, and I know you know Bo too. But we're pushing for Bo throughout this whole camp, for him and Red, an endorsement package. We're doing sponsorships and endorsement packages for them. And I know you get a lot of guys that come through you. So if something comes through you and you push it, we're pushing it for September. So if you want to get in on that, I know you around anyway. Yeah, for sure. And because you got a lot of stuff that feed through you, we want to make sure you eat if you know.
For sure. I'm with it. You already know.
Perfect. Yeah, I had to. I've been wanting to tell you because I told you I would do it before. Yeah. But we really. Yeah,
oh, man, I can't wait, man. I can't wait, man.
The marketing just came out today, yesterday. All the official marketing just launched.
Right. So and he gonna do. I know Bud gonna do the. I know he gonna do it in August, right? The farewell.
He is. Yep, absolutely. Okay, he gonna do that before he go off to Colorado. Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be there for that as well.
Yeah, cool. But. I just hope. I say that to say I hope Key get it all together, bro. Because we know he a bad man. We all fan. He do got to cool it on his temper.
And that's why I told his coach, because people get it twisted. What I've been saying these last couple of days is my disappointment for one. For two, I want to tell him, because I don't have his number. You know what I'm saying? I have him on Instagram, but I want to tell him, hey, bro, you have to make Nobody's going to be responsible for your choices but you.
You're a grown man.
You're a
Absolutely.
grown man. You're a grown man with a kid. Accountability. Right now, like I said, my disappointment is this, right? It's been now, 72 hours, and you still have not made a public apology. And you have to publicly apologize. I had 6 people, literally 6 people come in my inbox once the fight got canceled. And they like, bro, Blue, it's really canceled. I flew here from California. 6 different people.
I had some guys fly out. I didn't. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't go, but I had guys fly out.
And those are things that I want him to understand that you got to take into account, because these people flew from California, bro,
to see you, to support you, not to put money in your pocket, spending money out of it, whatever they do to earn that money. They came to support
they got a refund for the fight. Yeah, I had two of them. 2 of them said, "Bro, I'm getting my refund. I'm going back home." I had 4 of them say, "Yo, I'm already here. We just gonna look at Virginia."
Yeah, I can't refund my flight.
You can't refund the flight, the hotel,
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So then, when you at the fight eating popcorn and laughing, and you miss weight, that's like a slap in my face.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you disrespecting me now.
Now you're disrespecting me, and then on top of that, to combat that, then you have this incident happen.
Yeah, I can't defend that. Yeah, I can't defend that.
And that's why I was telling his coach, like, bro, you got to understand, you can't say people shouldn't be disappointed. What you mean? Of course, if I come from California, I paid to come from California to watch you fight. You didn't fight because you missed weight by 4.5 pounds. That's nasty work. Bro.
And we know in that business 4.5 pounds.
You didn't try.
Yeah.
You didn't try.
You know 4.5 pounds. You know when you own weight week of, and if you still got 4.5 pounds to come off that you know you can't get off, at least give me the respect to come to me and say, "Hey, look, I'm a little overweight. I tried to work it off to the best I can. My body just won't do it." Before we get to the scales,
and make it worse.
Yeah,
you did all that. You calling out Abdullah Mason, knowing
you ain't gonna fight him.
So what'd you do that for?
Oh man,
you understand? Right. So it just becomes a snowball effect with combating the goal, and then you get mad because here's the thing: Nair Albright don't know why he came in the locker room, right? He just speculated.
Yeah, he was like he may come thinking like you coming to wish you might be wanting to wish me props.
Right. So Nair said, "Hey, I was celebrating." Maybe he heard me celebrating in the locker room next door. He got mad, came and rushed. That's his outlook on it.
Yeah, for sure.
But how can we blame him for his outlook? We don't know why he did it. So then
he ain't said nothing.
Then we do see the video in the hallway. And this is what I said. And I told people this earlier too. You got to take this in account as well. If I'm Bob Arum, what the hell I'm covering for you for after you just cost me all this money?
Yeah, you cost me $1 million for De Los Santos alone, and then the marketing behind it, and then all the build up behind it. Like,
and this is for you. This is not for. Granted, you want to. I love the fact that he made sure if he got the spotlight, that his brother have the spotlight. But we giving your brother's platform
because of you,
and then you don't even show up. And then on top of that, you act like a fool in the hallways and in the locker room.
Yeah. And you lucky nobody else got hurt because that's our insurance that's got to cover that.
And you got to know this. It's just like what you just said. It's not a coincidence they showed us that footage. They wanted to embarrass him because they was embarrassed.
No, for sure. And you know they're not gonna take that on the chin by themselves. Hey, y'all saw we responded. Nothing we could do about this.
Because typically we would have heard about it because there's people around, but we wouldn't have seen it. And we saw it on ESPN, and they made sure Mark Kriegel. Because guess what? That's why I said. Remember, I said this, right? I didn't like how Mark Kriegel made sure it was like he was a detective, right? When he said, "So let me get this straight, Nair. It was Keyshawn Davis and Keon Davis, right?"
He sounded like he was snitching for a second.
Yeah, like you turned into a detective real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then he
Absolutely.
turned to the camera. It was Keyshawn. You understand what I'm saying? Because Top Rank was embarrassed of the whole situation.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? And so Top Rank wasn't going to cover for him.
And
that's why they
right.
allowed that. That's why they allowed that footage in the hallway to be shown. Because you embarrassed me, I'm
embarrass you. Yeah, I'm not gonna let my reputation take a hit trying to protect you. Right. You a grown man, you're gonna take it on the chin.
That's why
it's gonna be your problem.
That's why when you asked me about the locker room footage, if they had that locker room footage, we would have seen that.
Yeah,
you best believe that. But that's what lets me know that it happened so fast and everybody was off guard because today's time everybody got a cell phone, somebody recording something.
For sure.
If they understood, it caught everybody off guard, and probably by the time they got the cell phones out, it was over. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, and I gotta double check on. I just gotta ask this question because I don't know because I didn't ask. I didn't try to. Do you know if Bud was at that fight or not?
Yeah, that's a good question, bro.
Because I didn't see him, but Albright said, "Oh yeah, he came and took a picture with me." And I was like,
"Yeah, that's right."
And I was like, I thought Bud was in Texas, but I was
no, Bud was there because
okay.
Remember he went to he was at Allen Iverson.
He was with Vic. That's right. Yeah. He was with Allen Iverson and with Vic earlier that day. Okay, yeah. I had to double check because I was like, I don't even know if he was there.
They didn't even show him at the fight.
Not at all whatsoever. Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't even know because I know what he was about to do and I know other stuff he was doing, but I didn't know if he was there. But when he said, he took a picture, I was like,
that's why I said Top Rank was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Because they didn't show.
True.
They didn't show nobody on Celebrity Row. Nobody. The whole night.
Yeah, literally. They did not what? Yeah, from the whole start of the fights.
Nope.
They didn't. Yeah.
They didn't show you Crawford there.
Let me ask you a question though. Now I gotta, and because I know you about to go, but now let me pose this question. You embarrassed us, we gonna come up with a story to embarrass you.
But the thing is, here's the thing that we know is not a story. Because Bud and Bomac are stand-up dudes. If they went in that locker room to apologize,
true. That's
You know what happened.
Yeah.
If they went in that locker room to apologize,
that's real.
You know what happened.
I'm always gonna get a conspiracy.
For sure.
A little bit of just in case.
But it's not. L Dub, salute to the boxing plug. He said they show a little Boosie in the crowd. Okay. But here's the thing, right? It's not a conspiracy. It's just always two sides to every coin.
Absolutely.
You know always. That's always.
Yeah, he was wrong, and I do hope because one thing that I can say about Key, he's a genuine person. Yeah, you've been around. Like he a good kid,
and that's why
he a good young man.
I'm disappointed because, bro, you dropped the ball. And my thing is this, right? And this is what I'm saying, and I'm screaming this because this is the platform that I have it to screaming on. What are you doing? Bro, somebody need to tell him, bro, get ahead of this. Stop. You're going to dig yourself a deeper hole. It's better to just come out and be like, hey, bro, like I said, if I was in charge of Key, this is what I would have did. When we got to the fight, I would have said, hey, listen, we're going to go to, we're going to get in the ring before all the fights start. Well, at least the televised portion. You're going to get in the ring, take the mic, and apologize to the crowd and the people. Guess what the people going to do? They're going to love you now.
Love you for taking accountability.
If he would have gotten in the ring before all the fights started and said, listen, I want to, even if you don't mean it, I don't care. Hey, Edwin De Los Santos, my opponent, let me apologize to my trainer, Bomac. Let me apologize to the people that came here. Save the people for last. More importantly, let me apologize to the people that came in and spent their hard-earned money. The city come out, the mayor, everybody come out here and they support me. I disappointed y'all. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the ball. That's on me and not going to happen again.
That's right. They made a Keyshawn weak. They did that for you.
Right. So guess what? Everybody gave him a standing ovation.
That's crazy.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? For that accountability. I'm sorry, people. I know I dropped the ball.
Messed up.
You know what I'm saying? Not blaming Edwin and telling people on camera Edwin got scared. No, you can't, bro.
Yeah, like I said, he a good young man, but you're right, and that's always. I'm gonna be honest with you. What you just said is, if I was a part of their team, if you were managing them, that's always been my gripe with some of these boxers, especially that camp, because I got a lot of love for them. Is if you are around me and you don't hold me accountable and tell me about myself, but if I'm paying you as a part of my team, and you're supposed to be the brainchild behind my marketing, my handling, and more, and I can't trust you to handle me even in my mistakes and during these times appropriately. What are you here for?
Right.
I can't blame you for my mistakes, but when I do make the mistakes, I have you around to correct me.
Right. See, I
And
would
if,
have been immediately been like, hey Key, listen, bro, listen. That's why when his coach was talking and did that in the joint, and I said, hey, bro, no, you can't say that. Stop saying that. Or the people ask for free tickets, they're gonna ask you for pictures. No, he wrong. I don't care. I don't care what people are saying or nothing. If he didn't do what he did, this wouldn't have happened. Period.
agreed.
Period. Don't listen. If I got a pistol and I'm busting it, right? The amount of time the judge give me ain't the judge's fault. It's my fault.
It's my
I
fault.
never did it.
Yep, absolutely.
You can
Agreed.
scream that, man, you gave him 20 years for that. Nobody got hit. Hey, bro, if I wasn't out there, I don't get a day, an hour, a minute. And there's no justification for it. It is what it is, and you just got to take accountability for it.
Accountability. I was
So
gonna say it's not too much of that out here.
it's not, bro. The only thing you can do is take accountability. You missed weight by 4.5 pounds. You went into this man's locker room, whether you jumped him, didn't jump him, just screamed in his face, whatever. You went in this man's locker room. You performed the action.
Own up to it. Yep.
That's it. That's all.
Yep. That's real.
Now it allows the conspiracy theories and all the different, well, this happened, that happened, this happened.
Put to bed.
Happened. Well, guess what? It can't happen if you never perform the action, period.
That's real.
It's,
Black and white. You're right, Blue. Like
yeah,
you see the black and white. I agree with you 100%.
yeah. So this is something I tell my kids. Hey, bro, you can't get pulled over for drinking and driving and be like, well, I only have one drink. I don't care. One drink is too many and you got behind the wheel. It is what it is.
Yeah, true.
Don't come home and be like, man, I only had one drink. I don't care. I don't care. It don't matter if you had 1 or 50. You shouldn't have did it.
Yep.
It is what it is. So now the best thing to do is say, hey, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't have did that. That's it. That's all. You're trying to justify it. No, you can't justify it. And you can't blame the fans and the people for being disappointed and frustrated. No, that's expected. It comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory. But let me get out of here, great brother.
Yeah. Hey, good talking to you, Blue. Always love, man. Love the show. You know, I'm always for support. I'll talk to you in a minute.
All right, great brother. Appreciate
yes, sir.
it. So yeah, man, people, that's just the way the cookie crumble. It's better to. I've learned my lesson. Always take accountability and get ahead of it. It's just that simple. It's that easy. The Sage, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that $500 on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, peace, Blue. Keep up the good work, my dude. Salute. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you. Tip Bellis, what's up, family? Big Billo, my brother in the Super Chat, he said, if Key makes weight, he's never in Albright room. There you have it. There you have it, family. You make weight, you fight, you're not even on that type of time. You don't got no time for it. Hey, a wise man always told me, my grandfather always told me, if you look at your calendar and you got too many white squares, you got too much time on your hands. You got room for error. My grandfather always used to tell me that. Look at your calendar. And if your calendar have too many white, empty square boxes, you got too much time to dance with the devil. He always, and I used to be like, what? I never understood what my grandfather used to tell me. He used to tell me that all the time. Young fella, young fella, look at this calendar. Because I was running the streets out here. I didn't know what he was talking about. He used to say, young fella, let me talk to you, young fella. And I say, what's up, Grandpa? So let me talk to you, young fella. I said, okay. He said, you see that calendar? I said, yeah. He said, if you put your name on it, how many boxes can you fill? I'm like, boxes? There's days. Obviously, calendar has days. And he used to say, what you got to do on these days? Oh, I ain't got nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. He said, you got too much free time to dance with the devil. Fill up them boxes, young fella, with production. Gym, work, this, that. You ain't got time to dance with the devil. And it's all true. It's all true, people. Think of it from that standpoint. It's all true. That's all true. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. Love y'all, man. I'm gone. Peace.